Hello friends. Hi buddy. You are looking good. Thank you buddy.
Ooh guys. Shall we move on to our topics? Of course, today's topics are 3 5-mark questions of February 2010 question paper.
Okay, the first is intercostal muscles. Intercostal muscles are groups of muscles that run between the ribs, that create and move the chest wall.
The intercostal muscles are mainly involved in the mechanical aspect of breathing by helping expand and shrink the size of the chest cavity. The muscles are broken down into 3 layers, and these 3 sets of rib muscles that occupy the 11 intercostal spaces.
What are the 3 layers? The 3 layers are external intercostal muscles, internal intercostal muscles, and the innermost intercostal muscles.
Attachments. The external intercostal muscles originate at the lower border of the rib, inserting into the superior border of the rib below. Actions. Elevates the ribs, increasing the thoracic volume, and the muscles are also responsible for forced and quiet inhalation.
And the innervation for external intercostal muscles are intercostal nerves, T1 to T11. Then, the internal intercostal muscles originate from the lateral edge of the costal groove and inserts into the superior surface of the rib below.
Actions. The interosseous part reduces the thoracic volume by depressing the rib cage, and the interchondral part elevates the ribs. And the internal intercostal muscles are also responsible for forced exhalation.
Its innervation is intercostal nerves, T1 to T11. Here, the innermost intercostal muscles originate from the medial edge of the costal groove and inserts into the superior surface of the rib below.
Actions for the innermost intercostal muscles. The interosseous part reduces the thoracic volume by depressing the rib cage, and the interchondral part elevates the ribs. And at innervation, intercostal nerves, T1 to T11.
Next question is claw hand. We have already discussed this question in August 2009 question paper. Then, we shall move to the next question. The question is types of joint.
Synovial joint, ball and socket joint, pivot joint, hinge joint, condyloid joint, saddle joint, cartilaginous joint, fibrous joint are the types of joint. Can anyone explain these joints?
A synovial joint is the type of joint found between bones that move against each other, such as the joints of the limbs, for example shoulder, hip, elbow and knee. Ball and socket joints are a type of synovial joint where the spheroid articular surface of one bone sits within a cup-like depression of another bone.
Pivot joint, also called rotary joint, or trochoid joint, in vertebrate anatomy, a freely movable joint, the arthrosis that allows only rotary movement around a single axis. Condyloid joints are a type of synovial joint where the articular surface of one bone has an ovoid convexity sitting within an ellipsoidal cavity of the other bone.
Saddle joints are a type of synovial joint that allow articulation by reciprocal reception. Both bones have concave convex articular surfaces, which interlock like 2 saddles opposed to one another. Cartilaginous joints are a type of joint where the bones are entirely joined by cartilage, either hyaline cartilage or fibrocartilage.
These joints generally allow more movement than fibrous joints but less movement than synovial joints. Fibrous joints are connected by dense connective tissue consisting mainly of collagen, because they don't have joint cavity.
These joints are also called fixed or immovable joints, because they do not move. Can you say the next question?
The next question is circle of Willis. The circle of Willis is an important junction of arteries at the base of the brain.
The structure encircles the middle area of the brain, including the stalk of the pituitary gland and other important structures. 2 arteries, called the carotid arteries, supply blood to the brain.
They run along either side of the neck and lead directly to the circle of Willis. The circle of Willis plays an important role, as it allows for proper blood flow from the arteries to both the front and back hemispheres of the brain.
We completed today's question. Then see you tomorrow guys. Bye.